So this morning we're going to be doing the artificial drop. So everyone has seen like the sunlight installations, and now we are going to use all of you guys to be dropping one of the big structures. First of all is that we need to have everyone that's here to help with getting all the blocks to the location. Bringing a total of 16 large, and then 14 small, which we will have to bring with the trolley to the end of the jetty. You can go maximum one time on the trolley, so we'll have to go 2 times with the trolley, and then the 14 smallest, you know, everyone can just like carry, whoever can carry like 2. Then on top of that, we need to get 9 rebar, with 80 centimeters, because we need to get them inside of the substrate, because we're working on the slope. So what we want is that we put the rebar inside through the holes. So when we are putting that through, that the weight itself will probably already hold the structure as it is, but then on top of that, having basically the rebar is just an extra security, so to speak. Then beside that, we need to have 2 hammers, because we need to hammer the rebar in, and we need to have 34 3 times lift bag. We need to make sure that we bring all of this stuff with. Is the lift bags, the rebar, the small and the large structures. Have one as a sort of spare, so that if there is one that is not working or one that has like a hole or something that breaks off, so we always have like a spare sort of with us. Then we bring it all to the end of the jetty. The first thing that we will load onto the boat is the blocks. The last thing that we will load onto the boat is the BCDs and everything. So this is the place of the net. All of the circles are already the Mars structures that we have, and then the X is the 2 locations that we still need to build 2 large structures. So with the boat, we're going to be dropping it like away from the net. Who has used the lift bag before? Of the lift bag. So you kind of want to switch every time you do a run to switch it then to the other person doing the air inside of the lift bag. Because if it's one person doing constantly the lift bag, then you're going to have one person who's got 80 bar and the other person who's got 190 bar. Making sure that we never overload the air inside of the lift bag, because it will just go up. If you hear out of nowhere, because generally we won't really be using the tank banger, but if you hear all of a sudden like quite significantly tank banging, please pay attention, because it can be that someone over aired the lift bag, so meaning that there is a block dangling above. We've only had it one time, but just that you are aware that if you hear ding 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 ding, it's probably that there is something that has happened, and we really need your attention, because it is, you know, no one wants to have a 25 kilo block land on their head. We only have the people that are experienced with it and everything to really help with building it, because if we are building it wrong, that means that the effort that you guys are putting in is not really worthwhile, so then that's wasted energy. So we need to be quite careful when it comes to the assembly of it. So with the lift bag, you generally have one person that's controlling the actual bag, and one person that is like at the actual like block to make sure that that's not going. Like when we get to the dive site, I will be getting there into the water with my mask on, and then I'll be looking at where is, you know, a place, and I'll be directing the captain, let's drop. Then we need to have some help with just getting all the things to go over water, and they just drop, and then everyone can get into the water so that we can start to do the installation. We need to get all of these to be dropped towards where the X is there, that we can start assembling them. Once we've got all of the big structures, then after that you guys can go and collect the small ones, so the small end caps. And you'll see one thing that will be a bit weird. I'll be just without fins. I'm just going to be in my boots, simply because I am maneuvering constantly to try and make all of the holes align and put the bars through. With fins that doesn't really work. Once that is done and we've got everything there to go for a fun dive, however long it is. Hopefully there is no current. has been looking alright so far this morning and the last couple of days, so then it shouldn't be an issue. Bit of a Lego puzzle, the different angles in it, so it fits perfectly, but then it needs to be angled perfectly. It's a little bit longer, so normally we have, of course, a maximum 60-minute dive, but when we're doing the build, I want to do the build until we are finished. Important, safety always comes first. If you don't feel safe, if you don't feel comfortable, let us know. If there's too strong of a current, then we're not going to be doing the installation of it. Cool. Any questions about this part so far? No?